We continue to follow breaking news tonight. 2 deadly mass shootings just this week, and the latest in Dayton, Ohio. A shooter opened fire at a bar, killing at least 9 people, injuring 27 others before he was shot and killed by officers.
We're also getting updates on the mass shooting in El Paso, Texas. 20 people were killed there and at least 26 others were injured. That suspect was taken into custody, and prosecutors are looking at this as a case of domestic terrorism and possibly a hate crime.
The White House lowering its flag to half-staff tonight in honor of all the victims from this weekend's 2 massacres. And the president addressing the media as he boarded Air Force One.
Hate has no place in our country, and we're going to take care of it. Just on behalf of our First Lady and myself, condolences to all. We have to get it stopped. This has been going on for years and years in our country. We have to get it stopped.
Tonight, we have complete coverage on both shootings. Leanne Morajon is in the newsroom with the latest on this. Leanne.
And Alex, the shooting in Dayton, Ohio came just 13 hours after the massacre in El Paso. Less than 2 hours ago, officials in Dayton outlined how the gunman in their town targeted people in a popular entertainment district.
Dozens of rounds were fired.
Police Chief Richard Beal revealing new details tonight about a shooting in Dayton, Ohio's popular Oregon entertainment district.
I ain't gonna never get those sounds out of my head, just the gunshots and then the people screaming.
The shooter, identified as 24-year-old Connor Betts, killed 9 people, including his own sister, in the massacre. 27 others were injured. 911 calls poured in, starting at around 1:05 overnight.
I don't know if they're shot. You're sitting in the air. People are fighting and screaming.
Chief Beal revealing officers patrolling the district heard gunfire and saw people running. Within 20 seconds, they say they engaged the shooter, and he was shot and killed by police about 30 seconds later. At one point, the shooter tried entering a bar where police believe he was planning on inflicting even more carnage.
Had this individual made it through the doorway of Ned Peppers with that level of weaponry, there would have been a catastrophic injury and loss of life.
The shooter was wearing a mask, a bulletproof vest, and hearing protection, according to investigators. They also said he was carrying a double-drum magazine capable of carrying 100 rounds of ammo.
That particular weapon that you saw was ordered online from Texas, but transferred to the suspect at a local firearms dealer here in this area.
Police say that arm was legally purchased. We should also mention, of course, that the lingering question on everyone's mind tonight is why? What was the motive behind this latest mass shooting? Dayton's police chief saying it's still just too soon in their investigation to provide an answer to that question. Andrew?
Leanne, thank you. Well, now to El Paso, Texas, where 20 people were killed at a shopping center. Officials are getting new insight into a motive there after discovering that suspect posted a manifesto online. Witnesses say he walked toward the Walmart calmly and confidently, his weapon pointed ahead, and then chaos.
He didn't say anything. He walked in and started shooting.
Pop, 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 pop. He's going for that semi. He's trigger finger.
New video showing what happened, the gunman causing panic at this El Paso shopping center. He'd kill at least 20 different people and injure more than 26 others. The attack would go on for 6 terrifying minutes.
There was this senior citizen lady that I tried to help and I couldn't, and I just told her to move faster and she couldn't move faster, so I left her there and I needed to get out because the shooter was getting closer and closer.
Officers scoured the shopping center searching for that shooter, identified as 21-year-old Patrick Crusius of Allen, Texas. He was ultimately arrested and questioned by authorities.
The person that was taken into custody was taken into custody without incident.
As witnesses and this community come to terms with this tragedy, investigators working around the clock to understand what happened. Why here? Why like this? Authorities say they believe Crusius drove more than 600 miles to carry out this attack. He later told investigators he wanted to shoot as many Mexicans as possible. Authorities are examining a manifesto they believe was written by the shooter that shows this may have been a hate crime.
We have to attribute that manifesto directly to him based on that information in that manifesto. That's where that came from.
And authorities right now, they're looking through all of Crusius's social media activity, including a pro-Trump Twitter account where he talks about building a wall on the southern border.